a chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance. When the crowd gets fussy, when the floor gets dusty, when your blade gets rusty, with a chance, with a chance. When your room smells funny, when a hex takes your money, what's gonna save you, honey? Just with a chance, with a chance. All you witches and all you old magicians, it's time to start listening to with a chance, with a chance. With a chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance.
Day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The birds are chirping, lawnmowers cutting, barbecues burning, dead animals. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sun is shining. Flowers are blossoming. Snotty little kids waking up their parents. Such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The birds are chirping, lawnmowers cutting, barbecues burning, dead animals. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a fishing day. It's such a wonderful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a gorgeous day. It's such a happy day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Just like you do, let the ritual begin. A light a candle, stick another needle in. Pins and needles, it's how I feel for you. Pins and needles, I hope you feel it too. I remember when our eyes first met. You didn't notice, but I'll never forget.
for the touch of your lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you want to dismember. Blacken my eye, set fire to my tie as we dance to the masochism tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand. Ugh, it's here that I must be. My heart entreats, just hear those savage beats, and go put on your cleats, and come and trample me. Your heart is hard as stone or mahogany, that's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire, it's aflame with desire, which is why I perspire when we tango. You caught my nose in your left castanet, love. I can feel the pain yet, love, every time I hear drums. And I envy the rose that you held in your teeth, love, with the thorns underneath, love, sticking into your gums. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash as we dance to the masochism tango. Bash in my brain and make me scream with pain, then kick me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell, so darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Excuse me. Take your cigarette from its holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. Fracture my spine and swear that you're mine as we dance to the masochism tango.
L7 on Witterson's Radio. Radio for your spiritual side. A twisted approach to the left-hand path. Thank you for joining us to help bring in the end of the world, the apocalypse. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. It might be the end of the world. I don't fucking know. But you know, we're here at Wittershins, rocking out, and bringing you the content. We actually scheduled, or we rescheduled our show to try and facilitate a guest to come in tonight, but that didn't work out, due to circumstances beyond anybody's control, because that's the world we live in now. And I don't know how much content we'll have tonight. Usually, we'll rant and, we don't have much to say.
I don't have any content tonight except that, the end is nigh. That's my only content.
So, what's the best way you think to, get yourself through a just horrific experience? What would you?
I sanitize like a motherfucker. Like I pretend that I already have it. With the shortage of tests, that's really all you can do is just pretend that you already have it. Isolate yourself. What we do is, I try to order as many deliveries as I can. And when we get those deliveries, we open the package outside. We throw the wrapper of the package, whether it's cardboard or whatever. We throw it outside, and then I actually, usually it's not something that I really need right now, so I just kind of put it on the floor, and I don't even touch it for 3 or 4 days, and that's what I do.
That's very clinical. I was going for something deeper than that. The way to get through a traumatic experience. What is the best way that you can think of? And if you don't know the answer, I'll tell you what your answer is.
Okay, tell me the answer.
Rocking out. So we're going to be doing some rocking. We got some special songs to play for tonight. And I don't know if I could tell the story, but it's I think it's a good story. I'm Michael. I'm Uncle Birch. Once upon a time, I was, in the 80s, I was a coke fiend. I was an addict. It was before crack. And my big solution to solve that problem was I was going to become a coke dealer. I kicked it somehow. But, I've heard other people kicking it with rock. Getting past the most traumatic things in fucking life by fucking rocking fucking out.
I thought you meant rock, smoking the rock. That's what I thought you were talking about.
I was just didn't know if I could talk about a thing, but I think it's an impressive thing, and yeah. Well, first of all, in the apocalypse we live in, you're going to have to understand drinking time starts about noon, maybe 11, right after coffee. Coffee's about 10, drinking starts about 11. That's how we've been surviving this kind of thing. That's how we've been coping. So we'll be a little more lit than we usually are on Wittershins because of that. I hope y'all are staying safe out there. I hope you're washing your hands, socially isolating if you can. It's really the only thing. Yeah. Yeah, if if you're an essential worker.
Without those people, we're all dead.
Yeah. I have to keep going out and getting supplies. Even like the plant store lately, we've been planting a lot of vegetables and fruits and that kind of thing. Marta left. My emotional support clown went to the bathroom. So we're here at Wittershins, surviving this whole thing. We switched the broadcast tonight to Thursday. I don't know how many people will be able to make it live, but we always get people in the archives. Just trying to get through this thing. It's been, I think it's day 16 of self-isolation. We started before a lot of people, before a lot of the businesses in New Orleans were closed down. We saw the writing on the wall. And, you know, it just worries me right now that to save the stock market, they're talking about going back to business as usual. And my friends are suffering. I see suffering all around me. All of the businesses closed. You know, I feel for them all. But I think their businesses are going to be closed a lot longer if we pretend that we've solved the coronavirus at this time and all go back to business as usual. In China, they thought they had a hold on it, and Hong Kong went back to business as usual. And they had a huge spike in coronavirus, cases, people confirmed with the fucking virus. It's not the time to go back to business as usual. I hope that we can go back to business as usual before we've destroyed the entire fucking thing. But the entire thing's going to be destroyed if we go back to business as usual too soon. Luckily, for us, I already make my living online. All of my business is through the internet. I recently taught a class. It was going to be my first class in person in 5 years. And I had, sought to do it at Hex New Orleans. And we were going to fucking do it. And, things got really scary. And I ended up, talking to Christian Day about it. And he was still kind of holding out for hope. But we figured out a way to do classes remotely from Hex New Orleans, and I'm actually the first teacher to do that, pioneer, if you will, because Marta wouldn't allow me to go out. Marta's overly cautious about this for legit reasons. And so I taught my first class from Hex, or at Hex New Orleans without actually going to Hex New Orleans. I did it from home. And my next class will be that way too. It's going to be April 2nd. I'm sorry, it's May 2nd. Okay. What the hell's happened to me? Something else has happened to April 2nd. I forgot. Cursed Films is coming out April 2nd. That'll be my debut from when we were in Hollywood. I was interviewed in the Cursed Films series that's going to air on Shudder. But May 2nd, the day after Beltane, Uncle Birch, Michael Carell, teaching sex magic at or through Hex New Orleans. I'll probably be home still because the day after we made that plan and figured out that we could broadcast live is the day that Hex had to close. And I think all of our friends' businesses are closed or operating by appointment only now. I wish them all well. We're hoping to have one of them on tonight. But Hex New Orleans, Conjure New Orleans, Crescent City Conjure. These are three of our friends that we know. There's other shops here in town, but if you need your magical supplies, man, hit them up. If you want to take classes, so far they've had a couple classes at Conjure New Orleans. I don't know of any coming up in the immediate future. Yeah, the St. John's thing's coming in July. Hopefully, maybe or June. Jeez, that's even closer. Hopefully, we'll be back to normal by then. Yeah, because we were definitely going to go to that one, and then we got Hex Fest coming up in August. Hopefully, there'll be some semblance of normality by then. But if we allow the president to send everybody fucking back to work early, we're going to be in this shit for years or decades.
And, I just want to say, as difficult and unwanted as it is, if we all just go hardcore and just, hunker down and stay home for like 3 weeks, we can get rid of it. But if we do it half-assed and not everybody's doing it, like, we're just gonna have to keep doing it.
Doing it and doing it over and over and over again. The thing's not gonna go away.
Like the one time that's really hardcore. But if we're like just kind of, I kind of hang out with my friends or we go hiking or whatever, then you're just dragging it on. Yep. That's all you're doing, is you're dragging it and prolonging it for, everybody else who's been taking it seriously this whole time. Like, I mean, I started taking it seriously, but like before New Orleans even had a single case. I told you we weren't going anywhere for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, we stopped doing Mardi Gras, and it turns out that Mardi Gras was the fucking epicenter of the fucking country. Hey, guess what?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not stupid. Like, I know that people from all over the world, all over the country, are coming for Mardi Gras, and I saw what was happening with this virus, and duh.
Yeah. And guess what, kids? Trump was right. You'll never hear me say that again. We are number one. We are number one. USA. We are number one in the fucking world of coronavirus cases. We've beaten China. We've beaten fucking Italy, Spain, all of them. Whole fucking world. We're fucking top of the fucking chain of fucking coronavirus cases. And the president...
As far as all the states go, or counties and states, as far as cities go, New Orleans has actually gotten the highest rate of transmission.
Yeah. And daily, we're hearing, I have a lot of people on Facebook. I've known, relatives of the people I know on Facebook that have died. I've heard of people that have died. It's not a hoax. It's serious. I hope you're in a position where you can stay home and get fucking unemployment. The Republicans are bitching that the current plan that they finally came up with, when the Democrats, refused to allow the plan that would give a bunch of money to corporations, is giving more money to unemployed people, according to them, than they would have normally gotten. I mean, usually if you take unemployment, it's like half your fucking salary. It's half of what you used to make, if that. But apparently the stimulus plan bumped it up. Apparently the GOP are bitching about it. I don't know if that's true or what. But hopefully you can get the unemployment. I've been talking to a friend of mine who's been trying to deal with the Small Business Association over days, and it took all day to navigate their website because there's so many fucking people on it. And then just today, he said that they changed the way they're doing things. They changed the entire fucking operation, screwing people up even more. So I hope our listeners are safe. I hope your governor in your state does not accept this imaginary timetable that Trump has come up with of going back to business as usual by Easter. I further hope that all the Trump supporters go along with his plan and all the evangelicals fill the church pews on Easter Sunday, and that they all die. That's the most I can hope for this. As this thing goes on, we see radar over China, radar over Italy. China, one of the most polluted places on the fucking planet. All of a sudden, their air cleared up. Italy, all of a sudden, their air cleared up. The water in Venice cleared up. Fish have come back. You can see through the water. I'd never been there, but Marta described it to me when she was there. It was like a sewer. And if you accidentally, fell in the fucking water, you had to fucking go through a whole hazmat process to get everything off of you. Animals are returning. Deer are roaming city streets. There's one city, I don't know where it is, where the monkeys are fighting for food in the middle of town because people used to feed the fucking monkeys. But Mother Nature's taking it back while we're absent. And, I have children. I worry about their future. But if that's what's necessary for Mother Nature to take it back before we kill the planet, well, that's our bad. That's necessary, I guess. Well, I hope you all are doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe. We're here on a Thursday night, so we don't have a lot of people in the chat room because nobody's used to us being here on Thursday night. But we were trying to facilitate a guest. We'll be probably drunken ranting throughout the show and playing you some tunes to help you not survive the apocalypse. Maybe you'll survive. I don't know. Hopefully we'll all survive. Maybe the witches will survive. I'm hoping the way things are going, the Trump supporters and the evangelicals go along with Trump's suggestions. Several of Trump's supporters have been saying that, the old are willing to die to save the economy. I'm not willing to die for fucking Wall Street. We bailed out Wall Street enough times, and Wall Street has never given shit back. We've bailed out corporations. We've bailed out fucking banks. They've never given shit back. Earlier this week, the Democrats blocked the stimulus plan because the stimulus plan that the Republicans were offering was fucking the people, especially the poor people, and giving all the money to the rich people and the corporations, which is the Republicans. And I don't fucking care about your fucking political views. You can suck my dick. It's always fucking been that way. The Democrats are not fucking much better. I've never trusted the fucking government, but in this day and age, they're fucking far fucking removed from what we've got going on now. We've got the Klan, the Nazis, and somehow the commies in charge of everything. We've got Fox News, who they had some dude on Fox News saying, the cure shouldn't cause more damage than the fucking disease, and we should all go back to work and save the fucking economy, and then fucking Trump does it. We've got a president being controlled by Fox News. I've always thought of Fox News as being government-controlled media, but it's really the other way around. They control the president. Whatever they fucking say, the president fucking does. The president is willing to let us all die to bump up the economy, which will not bump up the economy because we're all going to fucking die. I hate to be too negative. But I don't have I don't have corona. I just hit my cigarette the wrong way. I'm not willing to die to prop up Wall Street. We will stay at home regardless what the president says because we can already work from home. It's not a huge adjustment for us, except we used to go out all the time. We probably kept several restaurant chains afloat just based on our presence. Like, we will go to a restaurant for hours. 3 hours is short for our restaurant stay. We will order fucking entrees and fucking appetizers and drinks, and we'll fucking keep drinking. we'll keep drinking until we have to go home because we'll be too drunk to fucking drive. And we tip well. But I'm only hoping that a lot of the places that we really come to love in this town are still going to be alive. Even the bar we used to call our office, where we were at most days, where our lawyer hangs out, our realtor hangs out, several business associates hang out, and they're closed down. And I'm only hoping that they'll survive. We used to get a lot of business done over drinks every day. So I'm hoping they're all going to be there. I'm hoping my friends' businesses will survive. Most of our friends here in New Orleans have, brick and mortar stores or a couple brick and mortar stores. One of our friends just started the process of moving to Bourbon Street, moving his shop to Bourbon Street, Conjure, New Orleans, moving to Bourbon Street. And they're still in the process of moving to Bourbon Street. And, hey, if you can get a spot on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, you're set. Unless the apocalypse comes. Bourbon Street's always fucking packed. It ain't packed anymore. There's nobody there. Vacant. We look at it occasionally on cams. Bourbon Street's just fucking vacant. Most of the streets are vacant. I'm starting to wonder if Marta's coming back. Again, we started drinking early. The kids are out of school. What was I going to say about that? The kids are out of school, so we try and do some homeschooling and just to survive what's going on and not going out. Hell, man, it's drink 30. Hard to find pot in our neighborhood these days. Most of our dealers are sequestering themselves or have evacuated to other places. New Orleans apparently has become the epicenter of the outbreak because just a couple weeks ago was Mardi Gras. People come from all over the country, all over the world to go to Mardi Gras. We went to right when we got here. Mardi Gras was just starting, so we went to 2 parades, I think. We went to the Chewbacca's, which was in our neighborhood, and Barkus, which was a dog parade. And then we kind of, started seeing what was going on in the world. Marta's got certain health issues. She just can't be exposed to this kind of thing. It's a fucking death sentence. So we didn't fucking go out. We stopped going to Mardi Gras. And people were, some friends were going, oh, yeah, how are you going to miss Mardi Gras, man? How are you going to miss Mardi Gras? It's like, well, turns out we didn't miss much. We didn't miss shit. We missed, catching the disease. The disease survives on plastic. You imagine how many people were thrown beads from somebody that was infected and fucking got it off those fucking plastic fucking beads? Okay, Marta's back.
Not even that, but just people, like, how close you were with people that you don't even know.
I mean, people are sweating on you and spilling drinks.
I mean, we went to a couple parades early on, and I was like shoulder to shoulder with strangers, and that's just kind of how it is. And eventually I started following what was happening in California, and I feel like I understand viruses more than the average person, and I was like, no, we're not going to do this.
There's so much death and hearing about people dying. I was waiting for Marta to come back. What's John's last name? Yeah,
Kaufman.
John Kaufman. Was a friend of ours, and it was more of a friend of Marta's. But I came to know the guy, and I really liked the guy. We just found out yesterday, and part of the reason we had to take the night off, it was just really emotional. There was a drunk driving incident where an old friend of Marta's, who I knew well, was the driver. They flipped the fucking car, and
I think it rolled down an embankment.
And
She, as far as I can tell, she didn't have a scratch on her, but he got ejected from the truck and later died.
so our friend John, he later died, and we just found that out yesterday, and we're extremely bummed out about it. Especially, if we have anybody, listen to the show from Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz people will remember him better. I don't know how big they were elsewhere. Santa Cruz is kind of like this little bubble. But in Santa Cruz, Space Boy was a very well-known band.
He was in other bands too, but I don't know them off the top of my head. But Space Boy was a really good one.
Well, we have one Space Boy song in our fucking archives. So we're going to play this for our friend John and fucking raise a glass for him. And we'll be back.
They don't rip anymore, roll and blow. Used to call me sweet thing, all I put is plaything. Now that I'm different, you left the best way. You love to see me coming, love to see me dead. Do they owe us a living? Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they fucking do. Living out inside to me, I'm never gonna care. I get this I won't have until it's in there. Give it a bar me, send me like that. Make me a bear me, if it is smell. Do they owe us a living? Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they fucking do. Don't take any notice what the public think. So I'm saying TV, just the way I think. You try to tell me, leave out to the voice. You don't wanna wear it, so you're full of vice. Do they owe us a living? Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they do, oh, us a living. Cause they fucking do.
Crass. With Do They Owe Us a Living? Of course they fucking do.
I love Crass. Any song that you could have played from Crass, I love it. I love it.
I got more. I can play more.
Should we play something from Penis Envy?
I think I got big A, little A in there. I don't have penis envy. I just don't have it, man.
Penis
My
envy.
penis is fucking great.
No, listen.
My penis is epic.
Shut up and listen to me. Penis Envy is the best album that Crass has ever put out. So you're a dumbass if you don't have it. Just saying.
Wasn't big A, little A on penis envy?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, we're out here. We've been, I think it's like week 2. We've been socially distancing and hunkered down here at the house. Nobody leaves the house except myself to get supplies. And when I come back, it's like a fucking hazmat situation, man. I'm fucking washing my hands, cleansing everything, fucking wiping down the fucking doorknob, anything I fucking touch. The packaging stays outside the house before I bring it in. I open everything up, throw it right in the fucking box, come inside and fucking wash my goddamn hands. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And I don't care what Trump says. I hope that your governor, and I hope that our governor, they've already rejected Trump's fucking plan, most of the governors, including Republican fucking governors. It ain't time to go back to business as usual. There will be no business as usual. It will destroy the economy further if we try and go back. We are number one, people. We are number one in the entire fucking world for coronavirus. We passed Italy. Today, right before the show came on, we became number one. More than China, more than fucking Italy, more than fucking anybody.
Yeah.
We have more.
Italy actually passed China a long time ago.
Yeah. Italy was fucking the shit. It's like they were the fucking corona's fucking capital of the goddamn world, but no longer. Trump said he'd make us number one, and we're fucking number one. And we're number one because he fucking denied, said it was a fucking hoax by the Democrats and didn't do shit for months.
With every fiber of my being, I hate to say this, but China basically forced everybody to comply with, whatever measures they had to take to get rid of the virus.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, but it worked.
Well, that's the thing. It worked, and then right about the time that China started talking about the fact that it worked, Hong Kong went back to business as usual, and the cases spiked.
Yeah.
So it didn't work. They weren't done. It was working, and then they let their guard down, and now they're fucking worse off.
And the reason that Korea is the one country, South Korea is the one country on the whole planet that's a fucking boss with this virus. They tested everybody, and when somebody became positive, they went and talked to them about who that person had contact with, and they traced back and went all to those people and just kept tracing it back and quarantined everybody. South Korea is a fucking boss, and they never, ever had to close down the economy. Nobody ever had to stop working. They did not lose out on anything because they tested everybody. They tested everybody. And then they talked to them about everybody that they had contact with, and then they isolated those people. They didn't, nothing was damaged there. Nothing.
Now here we got government officials contracting the disease here in America. The fucking heir to the throne in England has fucking coronavirus. And he's old enough to fucking die from it. I mean, really, there have been people young, 39 years old.
Know what kind of condition? Like, he might be, type 2 diabetic. He might have a heart condition. Like, we don't even know that. Yeah. So that could be added to everything.
So it ain't no hoax. Don't let anybody tell you it's a hoax. Don't let anybody tell you fucking go back to business as usual. It sucks ass. I'm here to fucking say what we got to do.
I don't know a single person who's stoked that the economy is, going down with all this.
No, but there have been a couple people on Facebook that are introverts and antisocial people that never went out anyways, and it's like, well, it's not really much of an adjustment for me. But
what I'm saying is like nobody's happy about it. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm call me crazy, but
you're crazy.
If it's between human deaths and complete annihilation of the economy, I would rather save people.
Yeah. I would rather, I've often sought for the collapse of capitalism. I'm still an anarchist, so yeah, that part's not bad. The animals retaking the streets, no, I've never been opposed to that kind of thing. The only thing I worry about my friends. I worry about my children and the world that they're gonna fucking grow up in. But if it took nature matter.
People who are gonna stay safe are the people.
What? We've lost fucking connection again. I got no other connection out here. Oh, we're back. Okay. So I don't know what happens when we lose connection like that. But then there's that. The fucking internet is broken because everybody's home binge watching Netflix and shit. We can barely even do our jobs some days.
Do high definition.
Yeah, don't do high def.
Do high def are they're kind of overwhelming the system. So don't do high def.
Do high def. So we've been going through our music list, and a lot of people have been making their playlist for the apocalypse, and this would be our playlist for the apocalypse.
Into unrelenting night, a call on truth and reason. It a new age of reason. Brain treason to trick the mind. What good is searching if nothing's there to find? We arrive at this place of no return, my brothers, only to discover that our minds have led us away so far from the paper truth of who we are. What's right is wrong, what's gone is gone, what's clear and pure is not so sure. All promises become a lie, all that's been lied corrupts and died. Of a come forth, bear witness. See the profit from your loss, beg for forgiveness. Only after you tally the cost. We arrive at this place of no return, my sisters, only to discover that our values right off the ground on the show in the sea of what we could be. What's right is wrong, what's come is gone, what's clear and pure is not so sure. All promises become a lie, all that's been right corrupts and died. Of a if it's real for me, do I have to prove it to you? Why do revelations fade to cold blue untruths? It's all so relative, subservient in total one's perspective. Yeah. What's right is wrong, what's come is gone, what's clear and pure is not so sure. All promises become a lie, all that's been right corrupts and died. Of a epiphany, always failing me. Long ago in a dusty village full of hunger, pain and strife, a man came forth with a vision of truth and the way to a better life. He was convinced he had the answer and he compelled people to follow along. But the hunger never vanished and the man was banished and the village dried up at night. At a time when wise men peered through glass tubes towards the sky, the heavens changed in predictable ways, and one man was able to find that he had thought he found the answer, and he was quick to write his revelation. But as they were scrutinized in his colleagues' eyes, he soon became a mockery. Don't tell me about the answer, 'cause then another one will come along soon. I don't believe you have the answer, I've got ideas too. But if you got enough naivety, choking on his discharge, overwhelmed by industry. Searching for a modern day savior from another place, inclined for charity. Everyone begging for an answer without regard to validity. The searching never ends, it goes on and on and on for eternity. Don't tell me about the answer, 'cause then another one will come along soon. I don't believe you have the answer. I got ideas too. But if you got enough naivety and you got conviction, then the answer is perfect for you. The answer is perfect for you.
I'm a street-walking cheetah with a hide full of napalm. I'm a runaway son of the nuclear A-bomb. I am the world's forgotten boy, the one who searches and destroys. Somebody gotta help me, please. Somebody gotta save my soul. Baby, detonate for me. Oh! Look out, honey, 'cause I'm using technology. Ain't got time to make no apology. So radiation in the dead of night, love in the middle of a firefight. Honey, gotta strike me blind. Somebody gotta save my soul. Baby, penetrate my mind. And I'm the world's forgotten boy, the one who's searching to destroy. And honey, I'm the world's forgotten boy, the one who's searching only to destroy. Hey! Look out, honey, 'cause I'm using technology. Ain't got time to make no apology. So radiation in the dead of night, love in the middle of a firefight. Honey, gotta strike me blind. Somebody gotta save my soul. Baby, penetrate my mind. And I'm the world's forgotten boy, the one who's searching to destroy. And honey, I'm the world's forgotten boy, the one
gonna fry Tim McVeigh. She said the nice guy was on the cover of all those magazines. Why would they want to do a thing like that? I said, well, he killed all those people in Oklahoma City. She said, nonsense. People don't kill people. Car bombs kill people. I said, well, yeah, Ma, but they gotta do something with it. She said, why don't they just get Mike Tyson to bite off both his ears? And I said, true revolutionaries never bomb buildings. True revolutionaries never bomb buildings. It attracts too much attention. They never bomb buildings. A little girl down my block was born with silicone in her breasts. It turned out her grandma and her mother had both had the implants done. Well, evolution took care of it this time around. And I wondered what it is about so many women with big breasts make them look so sad. And I thought, well, maybe it has something to do with the weight, the burden there has to carry in the world to feed it, to be the object of its desires. And I wondered what burdens the rest of us are carrying all the time. I couldn't help thinking, true revolutionaries never bomb buildings. It attracts too much attention. They never bomb buildings. I decided to go for a walk and do nothing except look everybody I see in the eyes and not be the first to avert my eyes, no matter what. I was planning to be gone for 10 minutes, and things started happening, and I didn't return for 2 years, by which time I was the heavyweight champion of the world and the expectant father of 16 children by 13 different women. In a fishing village in coastal Spain. It was Our Lady of Abortion Sunday afternoon. All the pregnant women in their first trimester were filing before the priest to receive the blessing of try again sometime, try again. The old barber had dyed his hair green for the occasion and pierced his nipples and was riding his skateboard to the statue of Conan O'Brien, where he was doing backflips for the kids who threw coins given to them by their parents. A visiting lecturer, achingly handsome, had just finished giving a how to build bombs in your basement seminar in the park. All the young girls put away their notebooks dreamily and put dandelions in their hair. Chimpanzee who had managed to type out Hamlet 3 years before was sitting in the third floor office of the driver's license building, typing out zoning ordinances, typing out learner's permits, bored and lonely. Pee Wee Herman was sitting in the central square in the grass, naked and masturbating, while all the townspeople moved to him slowly and kissed him softly and sung the lullabies in the grass. And in Berkeley, and in Greenwich Village, and in Paris, and Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, no one sits around funky little coffee shops anymore talking revolution. They get a Starbucks to go. They go back to their basketball games when they see who can jump higher, who can jam, who can take it to the rack. And they all wear baseball caps, except they don't say Yankees or Dodgers or Cardinals anymore. They say Nike, Reebok, Adidas. Cause the pro players don't play for teams anymore. They play for shoe companies. And the kids aren't fooled. Nah, they're just biding their time, waiting for the millennium to come, when all the computers will crash. Cause the best scientists in the world forgot to make them read. Zero to revolutionaries never bomb buildings. True revolutionaries never bomb buildings. It attracts too much attention. And he never bomb buildings. And I was sitting there with a head full of dark thoughts, like I sometimes get. Suddenly everything cleared, and I realized that the only purpose for revolution is to be able to love who you want, how you want, when you want, and where you want. So I took off all my clothes and stole a boat, rowed out to the middle of the lake, and I jumped in. I looked back at you, said, come on, get west. True revolutionaries never bomb buildings. True revolutionaries never bomb buildings. It attracts too much attention.
stay away. I want you, girl, by my side. Little girl with the loving inside. I can't get your love, I can't get any bitty fraction. Little girl, psychotic reaction.
Abolish government. There's nothing to me. Forget about God. He's not anything. We live by a system of perfect laws. Perfect people who are poor and old. Lives was best on the ladder of success. Looking for nothing in the desert with the best president the name. President the label, highest man on the government table. America, land of the free. Free to the power of the people in uniform. Keyboard one, you just can't see. Cities in the boot camps, in March war. If he comes back, then we get nothing more. Struggle for land, for country, for freedom. All you my people, if someone gives me them. Wake up to the same old shit. City lies to do their bit. Some people, they don't like your hair. But at least they just don't care. Snipers that wanna be. Rivals like your enemies. Wake up, son of majority. The government, they don't want us here. You folks can't feel that fear. You can walk the streets today. You can walk in your own way. People think that I'm crazy. These people just can't see. Wake up, son of majority. Live your life, day by day, doing everything that they say. Majority. Promote freedom, let it be heard. Don't forget that it's only a word. Majority. Wake you gotta wake up.
Little A bouncing B. The system I've got to buddy won't get me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand in control, like you gotta let them get you. Gotta be a prisoner of bad state set you. So you wanna be a summer kind of thing, I'll let you. Around to get you. Hello, this is the Lord God, can you hear? Hellfire and damnation, what I've done for you down there. On earth I have ambassadors, Archbishop, Vicar, Pope. We'll find you with morality, you best abandon any smash for the rich, protection for the wealthy, defense of privilege. They've learned the ropes tonight, engaged in civil war, fighting for the ruling class, their battle against the poor. So I say, be exactly who you want to be, do what you want to do. I'm he and she is she, but you're the only you. No one else has got your eyes, can see the things you see. It's up to you to change your life, and my life's up to me. The problems that you suffer from are problems that you make. The shit we have to climb through is the shit we choose to take. If you don't like the life you live, change it now it's yours. Nothing else affects if you don't recognise the cause. If the program's not the one you want, get up, turn off the set. It's only you that can decide what life you're going to get. If you don't like religion, you can be the Antichrist. If you're tired of politics, you can be an anarchist. But no one ever tried to jump a bullet down the staple. You'll never be the system, but for me number 10. Just to mind the break, they must be mad at people. You must live into one, but they'll be back again. If you don't like the rules they make, refuse to play their game. If you don't want to be a number, don't give them your name. If you don't want to be called out, refuse to hear the question. Silence is a virtue, use it for your own protection. I try to make you play their game, refuse to show your face. If you don't want to be beaten down, refuse to join their race. Be exactly who you want to be, do what you want to do. I am he and she is she, but you're the only you.
Crass on Witterson's Radio, where we're rocking out because only our rock will sustain us as a people.
What else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? We have to rock.
We gotta rock out. We gotta have our cock out. And we're gonna do some more.
Hello.
That's Crass on Witterson's Radio. Here's Bad Religion.
Father, can you hear me? How have I let you down? I curse the day that I was born, and all the sorrow in this world. Let me take you to the hurting ground, where all good men are trampled down, just to settle a bet that could not be won, between a prideful father and his son. Will you guide me now, for I can see a reason for the suffering and this long misery. What if every living soul could be upright and strong? Well, then I do imagine there will be sorrow. Yeah, there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. When all soldiers lay their weapons down, or when all kings and all queens relinquish their crown, Long ago in a dusty village full of hunger, pain, and strife, a man came forth with a vision of truth and the way to a better life. He was convinced he had the answer and he compelled people to follow along. But the hunger never vanished and the man was vanished and the village dried up and died. At a time when wise men peered through glass tubes towards the sky, the heavens changed in predictable ways and one man was able to find that he had thought he'd found the answer and he was quick to write his revelation. But as they were scrutinized in his colleagues' eyes, he soon became a mockery. Don't tell me about the answer, 'cause then another one will come along soon. I don't believe you have the answer. I've got ideas too. But if you got enough naivety and you got conviction, then the answer is perfect for you. Sits choking on his discharge, overwhelmed by industry, searching for a modern day savior from another place, inclined for charity. Everyone begging for an answer without regard to validity. The searching never ends, it goes on and on and on for eternity. Come along soon. I don't believe you have the answer. Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, let us all said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade. That weren't no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Switch on the TV, we may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in fight. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. You swore that you loved me, never would you leave me. But the devil take that woman, for you know she treat me easy. But she ring, dum-a-do-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy, oh. Wait for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar, oh. So maybe 7 in one Captain Farrell. I jumped up, fired up my pistols, and I shot him with both barrels. Mushering, dum-a-do-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy, oh. Wait for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar. And some men like the fowling, and some men like to hear a cannonball rolling. But me, I like sleeping, especially in my mindless chamber. But here I am in prison, here I am with a ball and chain, yeah. Much a ring, dum-a-do-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy, oh. Wait for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar, oh. And I got drunk on whiskey, oh. And I
unless you don't give a fuck to be free. Paris is my name, Paris is my name. Who's the blame? Who's the blame?
Triple fat policeman.
I roll to the right near me. From all the fire and pain as they rained on the brains of black men. Culture bandits, they planned it but never thought that they would get caught, let alone by a black man. Take and rape, shape your brain and claim that what's ours is theirs, so you fear the white race and hate and never think about the fact we built it all. Got you thinking all the black can do is crawl, so you lose when you choose to be duped. No true fruit from Bush and Duke play the flute. I shoot cause I ain't never gave a fuck about a skunk. But some brothers wanna go out like a punk. Now they fade creams and contacts. Used to be black, so I'm skinning and kinda acting extra false facts to back to genocide. It ain't no wonder the strong black man's died. Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther, yeah. Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther, right? Make way for a panther. Yeah. Bam, catch a nosebleed.
The revolution can't survive if the revolutionary is killed. So the revolutionary has to be wise to avoid the killing fields. Not for the sake that he wants to live, but that the revolution may live and thrive. So revolutionaries have to be wise. Not only courageous,